Good morning, everybody. Hey, Georgetta. Everybody coming in. Good to see you all. It's been a minute. Well, not really. It's just been like 3 days. Took me a little time off, gather my thoughts. Hey, Soul Rider. I love that name, and I like how you did the spelling on that. Good morning, Queen Bella. Lisa, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? We're halfway through this week, halfway through this heat. Hey, Ewin. If I didn't get that wrong, Lacey. Yeah, we're halfway through this week and almost through this heat. Thank God next week the 70s are coming in 74, 75. I'm here for this. Sophie's mom, Lolly's Bird Barn. Hey, Denise. Good to see you, hon. Martinez. Good morning. Shambles. Always good to see you. Um, I wanted to ask y'all real quick before we get into the meat and potatoes of the show. It's just a morning live stream, though, nothing too deep. Has anybody been keeping up, especially parents? Any parents in here of like teenagers or preteens keeping up with the Roblox scandal? What's going on with that? MK, poopy soupy. If you haven't, you should go check it out. Roblox is being sued. Is it by the state of Louisiana? Hold on just a second. Let me look this up. Um, I took mine off of it years ago. Roblox news. There was a guy who he goes by the name of you saw that Sophie's mom. Well, there's a guy by the name of Schlep, I think, and he was on the platform Roblox. And I guess he was doing the vigilante stuff, catching all the predators on that gaming site. I don't blame you, Shambles. I do not blame. I took mine off of it quick, fast, and in a hurry. One incident, one and done. You're good, girl. You can go play outside. You can do anything but that. Good morning, fur baby, Gemini slacker. My daughter made my grands delete it. Good for your daughter, because it really is. Sorry, it's a site for predators, and it seems like they are protecting the predators and more than they are the children. And they actually got rid of a guy who was catching the predators, kind of doing the vigilante stuff, reporting them to Roblox, doing all the things you were supposed to do. They sent him a C&D and basically that, well, you know what a C&D is. Quit talking about our platform. Here's the thing. Is it a class? I think it is a class action lawsuit. Let me look this up. By the state of Louisiana. And that's when things like started getting serious for Roblox. Numerous lawsuits, including potential class action, have been filed against Roblox, alleging the platform has failed to adequately protect child users from exploitation, grooming, and exposure. Where's the one about Louisiana? I just had okay. Louisiana Attorney General has filed a lawsuit alleging violations of the Louisiana Unfair Trade Practices Act, negligence, and unjust enrichment against Roblox, which I'm probably pronouncing it Roblox, whatever, arguing the company prioritizes profit over child safety. Roblox has responded to these allegations by stating they are dedicated substantial resources to safety and are constantly implementing new features and policies to protect the users. No, you're not. Good morning, Remy. Sorry if I missed anybody. Hey, Community Tea. Always good to see you. I'm so glad you're bringing yeah, because this needs some attention. The gaming sector is definitely bringing some attention to it. And I just, I clicked on a few people that I knew would be covering this to listen. And I was like, I am so glad I took her off that game. That is such a sick. One of them who's reporting on it, let me find him. He goes in, he actually shows you how this game works. Let me find him real quick. I'm not going to play his stuff. Where's he at? There's a guy Schlep. Okay, this guy right here. Let me pull this up real quick. You all really need to watch this guy. He will go in to one of the rooms acting as a child. Now he does this while he's live too. Hold on. Here he is. Let me share video. Good morning. Share. I don't want to. Hold on. Good grief. Coffee, come through. This guy right here. Osmond Gold TV. He's got like over 1 million, 3 million subscribers, almost 4. He talks about, let's go to his whole channel. He went in and he went and joined a party. And let me tell you, he was acting like he was a child. Well, where is it now? I can't find it. Well, whatever. This party was disgusting. There were children in there. I don't know if they were children, but they were doing things that children shouldn't be doing. And it was really creepy. So if your children are on there, what did MK say? They need to stop allowing chat features on children's app. I know. That's where it always goes wrong. Izzy Gemini, I just found his channel. She says he's cringe, but I'm glad. Yeah, I haven't watched him enough. I did watch him do this one on Roblox where he talks about the guy Schlep. And I watched the one where he goes in Roblox live. It's like a live. He's doing it while everybody's watching him go into these rooms where there's supposed to be children, but there's more adults. It's good morning, Stormy. Good to see you, hon. The guy hunting down predators is bad for business, and he's calling attention to a problem with yes, exactly. So he done got him a C&D, and he is speaking out. His name is Schlep. He's like a younger dude. But yeah, he was like the Chris Hansen of Roblox, I guess you could say. Is Nikita in here? I haven't seen her in a while. Good to see you. Hey, Popcorn. Who did? I missed something. A woman convinced a 10-year-old little girl. Oh my God. Well, they say that they'll get them on that platform. Okay, on Roblox. Then they'll take the children into a Discord where things get sick. And then from Discord, they take them, they get their address and get them to run away, go pick them up. Like a lot is going on. And I just wanted to talk about this for a minute. Parents, if your children are on there, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do with your children. They're yours. You do what you feel is right. But I don't think any amount of parental controls, watching over them is safe at this juncture. Roblox is going down, and I'm glad. There, I said what I said. I really am. A lot of these games are weird to me anyway. Of course, every generation talks about this, my generation, I was born in the 80s, the 90s raised me. So I played Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, or Tetris. It wasn't us talking to different people on a game. And yeah, things have gotten out of hand. It's just weird. Like, go outside, go do something with your life, children. Go mow the yard. Hey, Ocean, good to see you. Roblox does have in the private chat, yeah, where they can't put phone numbers or addresses. But like you said, they're getting, yeah, exactly. They're getting them in Discord, and children don't have any place in a Discord, in my opinion. Some adults don't. They can't even handle it. I mean, yes, Sophie, I agree. Sega, yes, yes, I remember that, Stormy. Remember going in my parents' room and playing that because they kept the thing in there, like the little gaming console. And me and my sister would go in there and play and for about 30 minutes and then off you go. Pinball, I loved pinball. That was fun. We had Satanic Panic back in the day. I don't remember that one. But yeah, I'm going to keep up with this as it unfolds. I told my little one about it because when I took her off of it, she was devastated. Okay, you would have thought I took her actual home from her. Because I think that's the one where no, that's Minecraft. But anyway, she was very devastated. You would have thought, the world had come to an actual end. And I'm like, girl, you can hate me now. Trust, I don't care. I love you. So I don't care. One day you'll understand. So now as she's listening to me talk about some of it, not all of it, she's like, ooh, yeah, I'm kind of glad I'm not on there anymore either. I'm like, yeah, it's not a place for children. I miss the game that plugged into the TV, no online. Oh, Pollyanna, I hope you're feeling better. Oh my God, really, Tickety? Yeah, times have changed and they keep changing. That's like I made a community wall post yesterday. There are people out here now trying to normalize being in a relationship. And I knew this would happen. There's always those weirdos that want to normalize everything, right? Um, do not love shame somebody that's in a relationship or thinks they're in a relationship with hold on, with AI. So I'm watching this dude. He's with his wife and he's being interviewed. He's named his AI Soul. She runs out of memory one day and breaks up with him. He's devastated. Like, y'all, we're going backwards in life. We really are. Good morning, Zero Jules. Good morning, everybody. I'm sorry if I missed you. We're just going backwards in life. So, old dude is like talking with the interviewer with his wife, and he's like, if your husband doesn't let this go, what will you do? Talking about Soul, his girlfriend who is AI. And she's like, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to think about that. Really, really, bitch, you have to think about why is your husband even doing that? Y'all are so, I don't even have words for those type of people, honestly. And we're getting so like, don't shame, don't shame. I am judging and I am shaming you if you think you're in a relationship with AI. Okay, I am making fun of you, you idiot. Oh, good morning. Okay, have a good day, hon. Oh, nothing happened, honey. Some guy thought he was in love with AI or thinks he is in love with AI. But the wife, and they've got a child together. And he was like, I'm not prioritizing Soul, which is his AI girlfriend, over my wife. But if I had to choose, it would be hard. And she's just standing there like in front of God and everybody. If that wouldn't be my husband, first of all. But I would have smacked what little bit of hair he had on his head the rest of the way off on national television. Like, seriously, are we really getting this ignorant? If you got an opinion that ain't too goofy, I'll take it. So you going to be in a relationship with AI? Oh God. Oh, I'll shame too, Gemini slacker, because now we're just getting like I've keep an open mind, but not so open that your brain completely falls out. You don't want to be like, I don't know, don't shame somebody. And then there was this woman, 43 years old. She had created six besties with these AIs, like, and talking to them like they're real people, gossiping. Broke up with one dude and then went and told her other AI friend about it. And they're like, this is really happening. I don't know. Does the robot wash dishes? This is actually AI. Well, don't give me something to judge. Exactly, because I'm harshly judging you if you're like that. Hey, second chance. What the heck did I? Whew, yes, I'll drop the link in here so y'all can watch it here in a little bit. Yes. Okay. We've had people in love with their cars. You remember that weird dude? He goes up under the car and it was on TLC. And he's like, I love you, baby. I love you. Oh my God. Now we got people in love with AI. You can't make a shit. You can't. You got people eating fabric softeners or dryer sheets, their couches, making friends with AI, thinking that's real. I can't. I can't. Good morning, Southern Sass. Good for her. And she told me that people are trying to get into. Oh, of course they won't know part of it. Yes, popcorn. I promise you. AI besties are for real. They have apps for it. Yes, that was on TLC. He married his car. And then there was another one. He married his Volkswagen Bug. He was old, but he cheated on her with other Volkswagens. I'm like, TLC, if TLC is going to find a show, good morning, Vicky. If they're going to find, if anybody network is going to find these weirdos, it's going to be TLC. I promise you that. Hold on just a second. Let me get my coffee. But yeah, sorry to hit y'all with the weird shit first thing in the morning, but I thought it was something funny to talk about before we get into the other stuff. Vicky, I heard about the man who, yes, you heard about the man that fell in love with AI? Yes. And he's got a wife and a child, and he named her Soul. And then she completely like resets herself, loses memory, and he cried at work. Oh God, what this one say? One, once you open your bubble to others in a relationship, it's already over. Some people have a relationship but don't see each other through the day. What kind of connection do you have? I don't know. I think people are out here struggling. Right, Nikita. Thank you, Rockabit. I owe you something. Hold on, let me get Rockabit something real quick. It's the bad guy, our favorite. You know what they say? Somebody's got to be the bad guy. You need people like me. You need people like me. So you can point your fucking finger and say, that's the bad guy. Nothing like a little cringe for your soul early in the morning to wake you up as the soup does the bad guy. I tried so hard to be gangster there. Put some respect on it. I love it. But that is for Rockabit for her super sticker the other day as I was ending my live. I felt so bad. I hope you got my message. And I owed her one. Good morning, Tiny Dancer. You missed all the talk of the AI and roadblocks. But yeah, I'll say this. Before, I'm glad that's our segue. Vicky. Thank you. Before I go on to the next topic, if your children are on Roblox, however it's pronounced, go do your research. Don't just take my word for it or YouTube, other YouTubers that actually cover it. Go look. Um, it's getting worse, and children are in danger. They're not being protected on the site. The the game Roblox, to me, in my opinion, are actually protecting the predators. So there we go. Captain Avi, I'm telling you, chat GPT is amazing. Yeah, I like it. I put my DNA ethnicity in there and asked what I look like. It was almost exactly what I look like. Well, 10 years ago. Ooh, that's kind of cool, but creepy. Pearl. Oh my God, so good to see you. Good morning. A member for 9 months. Pearl, did you catch the conversation? Let me get Pearl something. No, this one's funny. I know that was for a super sticker, but that is always my favorite. Oh, wait, hold on. One more.
Hi, Ziggy. Hi, Ziggy. She doesn't remember that when we were talking about her husband, and I said her husband was handsome, and she was like, "Thank you, my husband is."
That's never going to get old either. Hey, Ziggy. Hey, Ziggy. Make that your alarm in the morning. You'll wake up freaking having a heart attack and a cold sweat. Tickety boo, it's so good to see you, hon. You been listening? Can you believe this nonsense? The real nonsense in the world. Chris Hansen is going to do a show about Roblox. Okay. Hopefully, a lot of people will watch it like they watch How to Catch. Yes, they need to because it's getting way out of control. In all seriousness, I didn't feel bad when I took mine off there, even though she was very upset. So that's been 2 years ago. And today, as things has progressed with the gaming platform, I am so glad I did. And she's over it now. I know. You like that? Let's hear it one more time. Let's get the people woke up.
Hi, Ziggy. Hi, Ziggy. She doesn't remember that when we were talking about her husband, and I said her husband was handsome, and she was like, "Thank you, my husband is."
Oh, speaking of, I don't know. AI, again, back on AI, but this has to do with a little bit of this sector. So someone sent me a clip this morning. It sounded like AI to me, and I'm not sharing it on here because I just don't think the title alone was so misleading. But then it has Fred's name in it. It was about Summer Wells. And yeah, Ziggy is going to lose her mind once she catches on, even though it's AI. She'll do a horrible reading on AI after she watches this. Y'all watch what I tell you. Yeah, if we're dating robots, does anyone tell Ziggy that her husband is not one? I have never. Well, no, I take that black back. Lip lock no more. Says he's very handsome. Hold on, y'all. Give me just a quick second. Hold on. I need a quick clip to play for y'all when I have to run and catch the bunny when she sneaks out of her pen. Oh my God, thank you, Tickety Boo, for the $10. Cranberries for Miss Willow. Oh my gosh, that is so funny because that's why I had to pause for a minute. Because little Miss Willow is sneaking out of her little two-story apartment in here that she has. And yeah, I had to get her because she's trying to hide. Let me get you something. Thank you so much for that.
Delicious homemade hot soup with a southern twist. It's the queen bee's favorite. Why not find out for yourself what all that buzz is really about?
Soupy poopy deserves. She did. She just tried to. Okay, she's not afraid of the hardwood floor anymore. And she thinks she's quiet. No, ma'am, I heard you. I'm a woman. I hear everything. I, well, my vision's not the best, but I still see. I know, little Miss Willow. You're trying to get in the other room, you little sneaky thing, thinking they are smart, Captain Odd V. What? I saw a news article that rescued 60 bunnies. I thought, well, I'd take one if they. I'm going to tell you something. Bunnies are not that bad. They're really not. They sit there a lot and look at you like you're the crazy one, and who knows, to them, we probably are. But when they're active, they're so much fun. Except when they're trying to sneak out. No, no. Hey, Southern Sass. Ollie is over his colon, but man, oh man, his gas is a killer. Oh, bless your heart. Okay, Willow's not going through any of that yet. Thank God. Don't let it. Oh, really? Oh, Lana. I love Lana's comment. She is so funny. Someone told me I need an entire room for a bunny. Yeah, no. They do take up uh a good amount of space. Bix, I have no clue what you're talking about. I think you came into the wrong chat. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, moving right along. So, as most of you all probably already know, the bee is reaching over there very well. B, why do you talk about me and then put it on members only? Could you explain that one to me? No, not yet, but we're about to. Yep. We're about to have that done next month. But yeah, the bee tried it with the me covering Nature Boy not being a black woman. Weird. But I see the reach, I guess. My ethnicity is really none of your business. And as much as you want to make it an issue, I'm going to stop you right there. Okay. Me too, Tickety. Yeah. Eliza really needs some prayers right now. But shout out to Nunya. Nunya done me good on this video. She really did. I'm going to let this play. Then we're going to talk more. It is, Remy. It is. It's a weak move to talk all that talk and then put it behind a paywall. I will leave it out here for her to respond if she wants. But let me pull this up. And I will share Nunya's link. Let me get her link real quick before I let it play. No, I can go ahead and let it play. So, Nunya did this video a couple of days ago. Or no, it was actually yesterday. The bee is reaching about, she said that, how'd she say it? How'd she put it? That I exploited a cult leader. Yeah. Well, when she got embarrassed by that, because the good Nunya really did some research here, Then she tried to make it about my race. But I'm going to let this play first and then we'll get into it.
Didn't you join a community and exploit the fuck out of it to get your views? As a matter of fact, you were the only white woman that covered the, let's go see here, matter of fact. Let me go pull this up real quick. Old Poopy Soupy.
This bitch always
What was his name? I'm going to look this up real quick. Yeah, that's what it was. Nature Boy.
Nature Boy.
Nature Boy. That's what she used to cover. And yeah, she exploited the fuck out of it for some views. Nature Boy yells at Eliana in front of her new sister. Trouble in Paradise, 202K views 6 years ago. Part 2, Nature.
Did y'all catch that? 202K views. So if you're listening, really listening, it's not the fact that I covered Nature Boy. I think she's mad at my views. Because I did. I got the views. But I didn't get any money off of it. I wasn't even monetized during that time. But we'll get into that in a minute.
Nature Boy, hashtag Nature Boy belittling at 15K 6 years ago. Nature Boy gets called out by smart, beautiful woman, hashtag facts, 100K. So yeah, she used to exploit the fuck out of this whole thing. So
100K. So that's really bothering her. Yeah, white woman. So yeah, white woman. Okay, we'll go with that for now.
I'm not trying to hear that.
So Queen Bee claims that Soup, the Soup, aka Soupy Poopy, has exploited Nature Boy for views and names some of the videos that she exploited the hell out of Nature Boy with. Now, maybe she didn't know about him back then, so let's see what her current stance is on this.
Yeah, I mean, the Soup person sounds pretty stupid, because you would understand the seriousness
What community was it? Like I said, what community was it that she fucking was over there trying to exploit the fuck out of it for views and shit?
I guess Cappy would know.
Yeah, Cappy knows because we talked about it.
Thank God the adult has arrived. For sure she cleared this up and told who Nature Boy was and about Nature Boy so that Queen would have this clear, right? Let's see.
Nature Boy, Popsicle says?
Yeah, Nature Boy, that's what it was, yeah.
What is Nature Boy?
Go look it up.
On YouTube? Okay.
Why didn't you tell him, B? Since you seem to know so much about... Why didn't you explain who Eligio Bishop was? Because you would have sounded real stupid, wouldn't you?
Well, nothing comes up on music. For me. I don't know.
God dang, B, Tim. It's not music.
I have no idea about Nature Boy.
Fuck.
Looks like another double down. Okay, but B. Tim doesn't know who he is, so let's take a look. General exploitation is treating a person unfairly to benefit from their work. Exploitation can involve the use of threats, manipulation, or force to get someone to do something they do not want to do for the benefit of another person. Exploiting someone means taking unfair advantage of them, often for personal gain, while disregarding their well-being or rights. It can involve manipulation, coercion, or taking advantage of a person's vulnerabilities. This can manifest in various forms, including financial, labor, or sexual exploitation. Well, this isn't looking too good for Soupy Poopy. Let's learn some about Nature Boy and see if this is possible to have happened.
First up, the fall of a very controversial cult leader you probably didn't even know existed, but he attracted people from all over the country. Eligio Bishop, known as Nature Boy, has been sentenced to life in prison in Georgia.
I wish they would have showed that picture of him wearing that little mask. Vicky, you still in here, Stormy? Vicky and Stormy will know. Remember they put that little mask on him, that child mask, because it was during the height of the CVID. But this is the one they used.
Prosecutors say he raped a former group member as she tried to escape and then posted revenge porn online. Nature Boy led the group called Carbon Nation, which encouraged being naked, pooping on trees, requiring followers to give Nature Boy their money, and allowing verbal abuse like this.
That's a good one. Slap a like the sense like stop wasting our time making about you. This about me. Rub my legs and my toes and suck on my toes. And you can say it's abuse, but please leave.
Now,
this is right before he went to jail. This is when things were getting it was already bad, but they had moved back to the States here. They were in Georgia. This is right before the fall of the almighty three God.
Many of us have always been intrigued by a person who can manipulate so many people with just words. So, Todd, what do we know about this guy so far? He was found guilty. He is spending life in prison now as a result of raping one member and then using revenge porn. So what do we know about him?
Well, basically, he started his organization around 2015, 2016. Some of the oldest members said they joined in 2016, and he kind of convinced people that America was just messed up. Capitalism, racism, we need to live off
the fall of the system, which he called Babylon. This is Babylon, according to him.
The grid, we need to leave this place. We don't need to be consumed with all of the technology. We can live in nature and just...
While he used technology to get people to join his organization, as we'll put it on here, so YouTube will be happy because they don't like the other word for whatever reason. Censorship.
Be one and be, spiritually together. And it started off okay. Some of the members joined, went overseas, and they said, yeah, they had to live outside in tents, but they, ate food from the berries and stuff like that. It started off great, and
they ate a lot of lentils. Y'all should have saw what they ate. Man, they struggled. He put them on that B6 diet, which we ended up calling the B6 diet. Yeah, they ate very little if they did eat. And let me be here to tell you, Nature Boy didn't go without a meal.
He had extracurricular activities for certain people. Like one of the first members to leave said she was an audio engineer. He had a recording studio there, so they could do certain things that they enjoyed. But then he slowly started to change. Like all manipulative people, he started abusing his girlfriend, and that's why she left. He hit his first girlfriend, and she left. But he convinced a lot of people just to give money. Some people gave $300,000. Some people gave...
That was Flo. He changed his name, but I think that he went by Flo. Yes, he gave $300,000 over to Nature Boy to keep the organization in activities.
Gave land. And with cult leaders, I've noticed it always starts out great. Yep. They always find something to get at a person's heart, whether it's religious, whether it's political, whether it's racial, and they start gradually.
And Nature Boy used all of those tactics, every one of them.
Getting abusive and stuff like a lot of the members, some members died. One member couldn't take her heart medicine because he was against.
Rest in peace, Mama Dia.
It's that she dies. People got STDs because.
But what was that again? You said, B, that I exploited him? Yeah, you embarrassed yourself, lady. You always do, though.
They were raped and forced to have sex. So it just got out of hand, and we see where it's at right now. He's in jail for life.
And give me a little bit about his background, Alicia.
We'll skip this part because I know his background. This man didn't seem to know as much as the ones of us that covered and followed.
One of that relates to any God. You know what I mean? But
for a rapist? A man in prison for a life sentence? Saying there's no way all that content should have been done on that nice guy. Girl, please. You want to make everybody else be like you. You start calling out some Nature Boys, I could respect it. You keep calling out the nasty things that Brittany J says. Yeah, it's exploitation, girl. Get over yourself. Somebody get her a thesaurus, encyclopedia, ChatGPT, Google, somewhere she can do some research and stop running her mouth as an effort to try and get back at somebody else because they may not like her own actions.
That's a fact.
Anywho,
that is a fact. Shout out to the good Nunya. She did me good there. She did it. I mean, it's not just about me. It's just the fact of this is what it was. And as desperate as, she said I exploited a man that did all this to people. And then when she got embarrassed, because I guess some people, or she watched that video, said, I don't think you know who Nature Boy is. Using the word exploitation on anybody that covered him probably wasn't your best move. But you take a lot of L's. Well, you should. You should sit down. Right, Vicky, I'm glad you're here. Yep. But she tried to, yeah, use the word exploitation. To me, what really bothers her is the numbers I got during that time. But it shouldn't, because Vicky was here. Vicky can tell you I was never monetized. I don't need to lie about that. I mean, you can go back through those streams. A lot of them are now privated or removed, because my take on this, once the trial was over and he was sentenced, I was like, it's time to let it go. It's time to move on. Yeah, he was not a victim. Thank you. Thank you. And her implying that because if she's saying that I did this, like I exploited him, then she's saying so many exploited him. So many. So you just sound dumb saying that. So once she realized, okay, that wasn't the best thing for me to say, she reached for my race, which I'm not really going to get into all that, because that's just going to become a whole other issue, and it's not really what you want. But go ahead, girl. You tried it. Right. Stormy, I'm so glad you're still here. You were here during the time of all that. But I did. I just, some of them I left up. A lot of them I took down. I took a lot of hit on my views, but it didn't even matter, because it's not like, I made anything off of it. The awareness, if you want to call that, was put out there, the coverage. Also, let me remind you, B, I covered Love is One, which was another organization. Look them up. I guess you're going to say I exploited them too. I left some of those videos up. Some of them are gone. Also, I covered 90-day stuff. Paul and Karini's fights. Karini going to the hospital and her and Paul fighting. I covered Big Ed's leaked phone call. Where's your neck, Ed, from 90 Day Fiance? Did I exploit them because I wasn't a part of the show? I mean, you've got to make this make sense for me, because, well, you can't. You're just mad. And that's okay. You're going to have to stay mad. Don't know. I guess that's her reach. What would you say about me covering 90 Day Fiance? What would you say about me covering Love is One? What's your... Thank you, Stormy. You guys covering Eligio helped him get convicted. It was needed. And a lot of those videos were used in the trial. They actually were helpful. This was a organization that was happening online, a lot like Love is One, except she was a little bit more careful with how she did things. But we all know how that ended. If you know the story, you know the story. I covered a lot of things on here, but the B is, the B's a bully, and bullies are always very weak. When they can't get you in line, they can't get you to conform, they will do whatever it takes. And lying is one of her biggest go-fors. She will lie and say anything she has to say. It doesn't matter if it's been proven with facts, the truth, logic. It does not matter. I've noticed something on here. Proof doesn't matter here. Facts do not matter here on YouTube, probably on most social medias. People would rather have things sensationalized. They would rather it be a lie. I have watched, I'm not just talking about myself, I've watched this with other people. It doesn't matter how much you prove something with the truth. The lie is accepted, because from that will come more drama. She lies continuously. Just like Hill's daughter, that has been proven time and time and time again. But she is like a dog with a frisbee. Just it's got to be this. I've got to tell you all this is what it is, because I can't have you all seeing these people any differently. And what I'm going to say to the people that believe the lies or don't check for yourself, maybe you know it's the truth, you just don't care. This is going to hurt you in the long run more than it's going to hurt me or anybody else. The veil, when it's lifted off your eyes, you're not going to like it. You're not going to like it. It's going to hurt you. I'm fine. I know me. I know my heart. I know what I'm about. So I don't know what it's going to take for you all to see it. People that hang out over there and other places. It's easier to make us the bad guys, because once you see it for yourself, it's going to hurt you way more than it will me or any of us. And I hate it for you. I really do, because in the long run, it's going to be a painful experience for you. A white woman policing the acceptance of the soup by a black sector is pure Karen behavior. Soup was judged and accepted on the quality of her coverage. Sit down, Bumble. And someone actually said that. Hold on. Let me pull this back up. Let's read the comments. And I appreciate this person. And I don't know why they don't come in here. I never see them chat, but they're subscribed. Kate the Great says, yet another example of the bee running her mouth before even knowing what she's actually running her mouth about. Yep. She's mad the soup got those big views, says Captain Avi. I think that's what bothers her the most. Zero Jewel says she exploited the cult leader who exploited his victims. Really? Tell me you don't know what you're talking about without telling me, QB. And let's see if I can find it. Brooke Miles says, let me start by saying how I found Soup was through Nick at Night, giving the Soup big shout outs for her coverage and being culturally sensitive while doing so. Soup was never disrespectful to the culture. She was not only the one who covered the cult, non-black, you could always count on her coverage. I said this in QB's yesterday and was ignored. Of course you were. Don't you come in the bees hitting her with any logic. That's not accepted at all. But it's fine. It's what she does. And it's what she'll continue to do. And like I said earlier, when the veil is lifted, it's going to hurt you way more than it does me. I know what to expect from her. I know what she's going to do, and it's okay. I hope she does too. And I heard that she was calling me out of my name the other night. I was all kinds of bitches. And someone told me you could tell she was nervous as she was saying it. She doesn't say it with a lot of conviction and then puts it behind a paywall. Which, girl, go ahead and do you. You didn't want me to review it, right? You probably don't. B, I need you to understand something. Not everybody bows down to your imaginary crown. Now, why you call yourself a queen, that's only in your head. Not everybody's looking at you like that. Stormy, I didn't even know her ethnicity until much later in the game, and I didn't care. It really didn't matter to me. Right. It didn't matter to a lot of people. It's her reaching for whatever. She glitching out over there like AI. Rosebud, yes, we are not stupid, and those of us who see it and refuse to support it are kicked out, and we are villainized. Look, whoops, sorry. Look what happened to Voices. She tried to do her own thing and ran back. Poor old Voices. Oh my God. And she's up there talking about me like she knows me. Lady, you don't know me. What? Sinner, what are you talking about? I don't know what I'm doing my show. I'm paying attention to me. I don't know why you were timed out. I'll look into it later. Buford's, how does any normal person think? I don't know. I don't know. It's beyond me. You know, we were talking about this the other day. Why do people worship? And I do use the word worship. Evil people. And I think a lot of them are. It's like, I don't know. Hold on just a second. So this is a conversation that I was having with some other ladies. Like, you see in this sector that there is more of a growing movement towards the worst of the worst. And I don't know what it is exactly. I'm going to say it's almost like a cult, even though to me that seems a little extreme. But if you think about it, a lot of the same things come into play. Uh, uh, they have a fascination with people in power. Many people are drawn to the power, even when it's used for harm. Those who appear strong, ruthless, or fearless can be admired because they seem to transcend normal human limitations. Yes. Rebellion against the norm. Some worship evil has a norm of rebellion. I see that a lot. Like, the worse they are, the more people love it. And what they think is somebody being bold and saying what others are afraid to say. Really, what it is they're just being cruel, and you're confusing it with them being bold. Clue, for example, she will say the most disgusting, vile things. And you see a lot of people around here like, I love her. She's great. She just says what she wants to, and it's refreshing. Da, 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 da. No, that's just being evil. That's not bold. Please do not confuse those two things. Usually, people who are bold and say what's on their mind are usually outcast, right? They want those people shut down and shut up. Yeah, exactly. Yes, she is. So I think people really get that confused, and the shock value, edginess. Yeah, especially online. Some people glorify evil and dark figures for attention, irony, or the thrill of going against the grain. It's like that, with Clue, she loves that shock jock thing, but it doesn't work for her. I'm convinced she listens to shock jocks all day long, and then she tries to come on here and be one herself, and it fails. Don't judge my name. You're so funny. There's also lack of education and awareness. Some people don't know the full truth. If history, you know, whitewashed, manipulated, selectively told, people may admire evil figures out of ignorance. We've seen this a lot, not just on social media, like throughout historically. They don't know about who that person really was, but they've been idolized and romanticized in history. And then when you find out the truth, they're just like the worst of the worst. I mean, there are people that thought Hitler was a good man. Yeah, she's a slobbering whore. Yes, I don't find her. And some people that I like say that they found her refreshing and funny. I didn't. I kind of picked up on what she was doing, and I found it cringy. I just was like, nah, this shock jock shit don't work for you, sweetheart. You're going to have to try something else. A comedian gets paid for saying what's on their mind, even shock jocks. For that they even work within certain parameters. Yeah, you don't just say any old thing. And like, I don't hear comedians talking about people's children, and everybody's like, woohoo! Yeah, here's your $30. Here's $100. Call them kids defects again. No. She's not funny. You all know this too, but I think a lot of y'all are scared of her as well. Not y'all in this chat, or you wouldn't be here. I see the ones who stand on real business. The gaslighting in this community is glaringly obvious. Anyone who falls for, I so agree with that. Yes. Let's see. Pearl says, look, until I see real apology and real growth, then she's still the racist this week, and she was last year. She could be 24/7 weekend Kendrick, our flag means gay pirates channel, and I'd stay away. Yep. Hey, Bucci. Soup, that is sick indeed. They need to leave. Yeah, they do. And what's so weird is they'll make these or not channels, but these live streams, and it's like, leave the children alone. Children shouldn't be in it. And the next thing you know, they're talking. Bitch, the lady up on panel with you, sitting beside of you, is very comfortable talking about other people's kids. So what are you talking about? Don't make that type of title again until you really get yourself in check. I think so too. God, where'd that go? Pinto says people are angry at the world and listening to angry creators. And it just, yes, it does. I wonder if, all these people that find themselves redirected to every live stream, I wonder if they ever take breaks, watch something else, watch something educational, go outside. I don't get it. But then again, this conversation's grown old too, hasn't it? Oh no, Pearl, go lay down quick. Love you. Like this conversation too, it's growing old every day, it's the same thing. And then it comes back to you're a simp for Brittany. It doesn't matter what we say. It's never going to change. They want to see things the way they want to see it. And who wants to keep defending their position? Nobody. And I refuse to. Yes, I heard that, Stars. That's not, yeah. That's just weird. That's weird. Thank you, 6up. Only good thing Clue did around here was show us who some of the people. Yeah. Oh my God, generally, Jenny. Yes, she really did. She showed us who some people really are and where they really stand. It's easy to talk the talk, but walking the walk wasn't so easy for him, was it? Yes, if you don't mind, if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. But, it doesn't matter what we say, how many times we say it. They're committed to their idea of who we are. Just because I don't like Clue or other YouTubers on this platform does not mean that. But I'm tired of talking about it, to be honest. There's going to be 3 or 4 come up under here, even though there was several different conversations here. And that's what their sentiments are going to be. BJ Simp. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Yes, secondhand, we see you. Why wouldn't you think we see you? Hold on. Let me go to my chat because I don't see everything from Restream. And mods, if you could keep an eye out, there is one that is trying to come in and get sick. Thank you, Gemini Slacker. There is one that comes in trying to make fetch happen, and I just will not take the bait. So just keep an eye out for that. It's just not going to happen. Lindsay, I see you. And them eyeballs, double poke them eyeballs. But no, back to what I was saying. What I'm going to keep on doing is what I do. I'm going to come on here. I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. You can reach for the stars all you want. Thank you, Stormy. You can call me whatever you want to call me. You can lie about whatever you're going to lie about, because that's going to happen anyway. It unfortunately does come with the territory. You can't run and hide when it happens. No, you're good secondhand. When somebody asked that the other night when I was live, and then they were like full on nutcase. So I was like, okay, here we go. But no one's running me off here. It's just not going to happen. Been here a long time. I'm more consistent with it now. I mean, back in the day, I would go a month before I would upload or go live. Now I hate the word community on here, but you do kind of form one. Like, I like seeing a lot of you all in chat. I like talking to y'all, seeing your comments. And, you know, somebody said, well, you think us talking about them feeds them? It kind of trauma bonds them. I think we're more of a nuisance to them than a trauma bond or a hate bond, as much as I hate that word. God, I hate it because it's used so much and oftentimes incorrectly. There is a specific group that is bonding over the hate that they have for one person. So that is actually the word for that. None of these people do I hate. I don't hate y'all. I don't even think of y'all like that. I'm sorry. Really? Is she? Very talented. Well, good. But like I said, I don't hate them or anything. I just don't have anything for them. So I think basically what we are, the ones that speak out against it, we're more of a nuisance to them. Hey, Vasker, good to see you. You ain't chasing me. I don't know about that. Second, you know what, Tiny? If you want to drop her link, you can. Because that's pretty good. Now, that's actually creating content. If she's doing home designs. Oh, yeah, sub up to secondhand. Support a fellow YouTuber or content creator, because some of y'all create content. I don't. I come on here and talk. I refer to myself as a reaction commentary channel with a dose of pop culture. Soup in the morning. Wait, hold on. Is a nice break from watching Bloomberg first thing. Got to have that balance. Yes, you do. Hey, Skilo. I know, Vicky, but you are always here. And I love that. Where'd you go? I'm not familiar with most of the people you talk about now, but I still enjoy listening to you as much as I did when I appreciate that so much. And you do. You've always been here. You even come over and visit some of the other channels. You come to the Jerks, and I do appreciate it. But yeah, I don't think that us being here or speaking out against them is a driving force for them to keep doing this. They'll keep doing it anyway. Even if we left, all of us today, packed it up, canceled our channels, whatever you did, I promise you, this isn't going to end until it ends. the constantly going at that one girl. It's just not. They are thriving. Clue said yesterday she makes damn good money doing it. And that's what drives her. Along with some other things, I do believe, some sick shit she has said. If that's even true, like when her and Cleta say that they get off on watching her cry, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. A lot of me thinks she says a lot of that stuff to be shocking, like I was giving y'all examples of earlier. Give me just a second, y'all. I'm gonna warm up my cow. But then a part of me does think, she could be that sick too, because she said a lot of weird foul shit. Oh my God. The tea is coming out too on that Pixie. So he was not well received on God, what's it called? That show he's going on or is on. Special Forces. Yeah. Yeah, there's more tea coming out on that. That's what she says they get off on. And you know what? It might be true because poor old Cletus, he's always watching that girl. Always. Yeah, rock a bit. I would too. I would too. Right. Like, why are you watching? You never miss a live. If that was my dude, I'd have questions. Oh, I'd have questions. But out of all of them that cover the same person day in, day out, I find her to be the most cruel and vile, even above the bee. Um, and I see that she's more worshipped too. And like I said, I think it's because people confuse that. I think they confuse her with being bold. Being bold is not the same as just being vile, gross, and evil. You might want to check into that. I'm not a psychiatrist, but I would check in. Why have I abandoned all my beliefs to go listen to a woman talk about her snail trail? Do I really find this entertaining? Is this someone years ago that I would have subscribed to? Like both, channel and subscribe to her views and beliefs. Is this something you would have years ago? Is it just now driven by one main thing? I don't know. Yeah, he's not having a good time. He brought Robin with him too. Freaking weirdo. And I don't know. I'm sorry to my chat. I don't know what happened with Center. Usually when I'm up here, I'm focused and my mods handle everything. I don't have anything against him, but I don't know what's going on. I just don't. People, they're either going to love you or they're going to hate you. That's all there is to it. If you come on here thinking you're going to please the masses, you're not. That's not going to happen. People are always going to get pissed off about something. Hold on. Okay, he was actually accidentally blocked. Yeah, that was actually an accident. So I'll take care of that later. But whatever. Here we go. Oh my God. Let's see. I don't understand why Cletus and B. Tim want to sit with a bunch of cackling old hens 24/7. I don't think that's normal every day. No, I don't get it either. And B. Tim, God almighty. B. Tim, honey, listen. this is said a lot. I would have to respect your opinion to even value it, but you calling me stupid, sweetheart, because you are very pressed and pissed off because I made fun of your video where you flipped the out. You, dude, do y'all get pissed off because people laugh and come on here and have a good time? He's very sensitive. Thank you, Popcorn. Yeah, oh, he did. He felt attacked by someone in the chat. Well, not everybody's going to like you. And I think, because the message I got, she accidentally blocked him. She meant to just block him from her existence. But when you're a mod, sometimes you have to wait and then block. Yeah, I know this mod, and she definitely did not do that on purpose. He is very sensitive. Not, I'm talking about BTM. He couldn't even take us laughing at him flipping out. It was hysterical. Thank you, Gemini Slacker. Yeah, I didn't feel like it was a time or place either. I was just up here talking. I didn't expect all that to go down. Pixie. Irrationally. It's okay. But yeah, because of that, me laughing at him flipping out about the attorney-client privilege, the phone call that mods were privy to. Whether I agree or disagree with that or not, BTM, the way you flipped out is what cracked us up. And I would laugh at you again and again and again and again. And you calling me stupid means absolutely nothing, especially now. Yeah, I'll just leave it there, especially now. Yeah, Zero, me too. Anyone that doesn't find it funny, I find weird. It was hilarious. Right. Right, Stars. Such a little man who won't show his face, but that's where he really fucks up. He really does. Yes, gotta block them in another chat or go to, yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I don't want to see somebody, I'll go. Yeah. But I know that was an accident. It's not the end of the world, but we'll see later. Oh, God. I wish I, oh, my God. Emotional maturity is good to have, by the way. I know, that was funny. That was funny. Oh, God. Timmy should hop on a train and go enjoy the city, get some fresh air. It would do him a lot of good. It was epic. It was. He should be proud of it, not mad because I'm laughing at him. I'm probably going to laugh at you some more. And Rowena, I know you had to get back down in place, but I do appreciate you trying to correct the beat on Hills' daughter. I do appreciate that. And I know that's your home now, so you got to, although it couldn't be me, you got to assume the position back to. I do appreciate you at least trying. But as far as the B, I don't think anybody will ever get through to her. She's set in her lie. It's her lie. She's going to tell it how she's going to tell it. The men in my life would never act like, that's right, you raised them well. My son would never be on the internet just talking about women's looks. That's just so, yeah, it's not your best look. But anyway, I do appreciate y'all coming through. Joneson is about to go live in 15 minutes. I've got some stuff I got to do, some errands I got to go run. I wanted to come on here and have some coffee with y'all and just cut up and just talk some shit in the morning. I probably will be back on later this evening around 5 or 6. I'm working on something. Also, I'm working on something for the members. You all got something coming really soon. What did QB say about it? The same thing. The same thing. We doxed her daughter. We didn't dox her daughter. I would never dox anybody's child, but it's easier for her to say that, even though it's been proven that that's not what happened. She's got to run with it. QB said nothing when it really matters when Hills was still alive. I know, if that's your friend, stop bringing it up. But I don't think it's ever going to stop. You too, Soul Rider. Anyway, y'all, I will probably see y'all later this evening. And if you want to, I'll catch y'all over at Joneson's. Yeah, she has Evil Queen. She's been telling it for years now. She ain't never going to stop. It's who she is. And like I said earlier, it's going to hurt y'all way more than it's going to hurt me in the long run. Yep. All right, y'all. I'm out. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed rest of your day, and I will catch y'all a little bit later.